feel since we got cut off so abruptly that I needed to communicate some more stuff because I'm really excited. Not jumping on the bed excited as I was when he first announced his album, but this feels good. Okay, so let's go over just how I'm feeling inside first because I've been here for a long time on this planet by myself, but not really by myself. I've been here, and now I feel this like moment of coming full circle, like that full 360 from the dream and the physical reality. And I said that I was going to go and watch God perform, or sorry, watch this performance in Seattle. But y'all know how I said God will help you figure it out. I can want and want and want and want to do something all that I want, but I can't put in that much effort because everything is burning down in front of us. My hope, my hope was, and I'm gonna tell you what I thought and what I wanted, and we'll see how it goes there. My hope in this was to be inspired enough to live, to be inspired enough to keep pushing. This time last year, August 1st, I was convinced in the hospital when my kidneys were failing that I was going to die. I was ready, actually. I was really excited to just begin again on a different timeline, fall in love with someone new, try a different way. And I sent a picture of me with Mr. Fox in the back of my head. And I said, I heard your album in the stars, and I've deemed it the perfect way to die. Happy and in love. And I know I kind of make everything about him. But somehow it gives me some sort of peace that maybe as high as a consciousness that I feel that I have and that I can bring out, that somebody else knows how to do that thing the same. So I think I'm just most nervous for that if I do come up with the money and I do go there, that I won't be recognized And that's fine. It'll crush my dreams for just a second and then I get back up. But still I deal with that doubt in the back of my head. I deal with that doubt on a daily basis actually, because my root chakra and my crown chakra hadn't been watered enough together. It takes a slithering snake sometimes to get to the top. Wrap the around the crown chakra. When you guys look back at these tapes and these records that I've put out, I hope that you see this balance between dream and waking reality. Find a way to staple or stitch it together with your words and no fear. No fear. I was afraid for a long time to not speak or to speak up. Every man or Bible, every Jesus Lord praying person's like, you need to be quiet and listen. You need to be quiet. Shh, listen. But I'm a volcano walking around. If I don't let it out through my mouth, something has to react through the earth. I'm just a reflection. I hope that I am brave enough and that I have money to go see him in October, just so I can get it out the way. Because if it's not meant to be, I don't want to stay in delusion too much longer. I got babies to make, lots of babies. My mom told me, she said, your heart is bigger than your common sense. Your heart is bigger than your common sense. She always told me that, my biological mom. And to that, I'd like to say, I'd rather have a big heart and balance it out with my brain than follow the crowd into their own destruction. So let me be delusional. I have enough spiritual money in my bank account because I didn't spend any, that I can make anything my reality, and this is what I want. I'm choosing to follow my heart, not the lights and the glamour and the glitz, but where my heart resonates in a frequency that I can actually understand. I read color. Stories are color. Poems are color. Beautiful lyrics are color. I read it and I can see so far. Anyway, your lips, my lips, apocalypse. Don't you just love that? Your lips, my lips, apocalypse. Love that. Anyway, pray for me, y'all, cause I want to go on like the queer eye for the straight guy, for the queer eye. I want to go. I love. Listen, I don't care what y'all think. I love my gay boys and my gay girls. I love you guys. The only thing I told y'all can't have is Avion babies because of the dynamics of masculine and feminine properties. No matter how hard you switch, baby, no matter how hard you switch, baby, you still have to follow the rules. You can be who you want to be what you want to be, guys. But just know, you just can't have one thing. You can still get married, have happy lives with children if you want a kid. As long as you're not doing no sneaky shit, you're good to go. Be who you are. But I want them to do a makeover on me, and I want to look so pretty, but like not a lot of makeup. Don't do too much. I don't want to look like a superstar. No, I want to look like a beautiful, angelic God I am. Just get a cute little makeover, right? Before that time. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of backing out of it already. Because what if it's not? I don't know what to do, guys. I wish I had my children around me, tell me what to do. They're always good at it. Your lips, my lips, apocalypse. I'm still trying to figure out this dream with the raccoon on fire. There was a raccoon on fire, and I had to put the raccoon out with a blanket. Oh, right. I said something about rabies yesterday. Rabbit, a rabbit raccoon. Too late. The blues got me. Too late. The blues got me. Your lips, my lips. Apocalypse. tell me why. Got the music in you, baby, tell me why. You've been watching it forever and you just can't say goodbye. Know you want me. Your lips, pop the lips. I watched the work of my golden boy toying somewhere between love and abuse, calling to join in the wretched and joyful, shaking the wings of their terrible youth with her sweet embrace and her arms on me. She's the angel smarter than the golden scene with her straw blonde hair, her eyes longingly. She's the angel of smarter than the golden scene, feeling more useless in the dawn of flesh. I lay my heart down with the rest that'll be. Today I went to Snoqualmie Falls. Snoqualmie Falls. I'm not gonna talk about it. Anyway, I said I'd come back, and I'm back. And the last thing I'm gonna leave you with is a story, and then I'm gonna go. Once upon a time, in God's country, there lived a sleeping giant with the face of a moon. This sleeping giant was hard to awaken because he carried all of his memory in a bank. One day, a fairy princess decided there's only one person who can save this world, and it is the sleeping moon-faced giant. So the fairies go on to a excursion to locate this sleeping giant and awaken him so that he can free the rest of the children. But in order to get to him, that little fairy had to become a giant herself. So, along with a fox, an Oshun, an Ogun or two, she went on a mission past the fairy kingdom, past the giant, past the very perimeter that we said, or that they said in science, that was our reality. She jumped dimensions, climbed up bees' backs and rode them, met with lizards and fairy folk along the way. At the end, when her and her friends got to the giant was already awake. The giant wanted to see if Earth was really a place to be saved, or is it doomed? So the little fairy got up to the giant and said, I would like to make a wish because I heard that you grant wishes if you to whomever wakes you up. And the giant sat and listened with his moon face. So she said, instead of a wish from me, I want to give a wish to you, back to you, as I have had everything that I want on this earth except for protection for my friends and the people I love. You can have it all as long as they are happy and safe. The giant looked her right in the eye and saw something, almost a reflection of his own ideas of what he wants. She turns her eyes gold and green and says, I am not your idea. I am a real person. And God has granted me the heart of pure gold, and I'm going to keep it. And no amount of trickery or foolery is going to change that. The giant, seeing this feisty little fairy, decides, wherever you are is where I'll be. Because I know whoever you love will always be protected because you will put yourself out in harm's way to protect everyone you love. In the end, the giant ended up marrying the fairy. They created their own world, and it was full of happiness and wonder and babies. Babies! And they lived somewhat happily ever after because she has a very slick mouth, a very slick mouth. So sometimes it gets her in trouble. So sometimes it was a little bumpy, but nothing they haven't already figured out. The end. Let's begin again. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful little fairy princess who had to awaken the moon faced god. Now you can finish the rest. You can finish that part. So I've done my job and my tasks for the day. I'm gonna go get a popsicle, sit out here, and just bask in the glory of this day because I have everything that I've ever wanted. I'm not tripping over that beautiful black and gold album. And then they got the other colors, one on Amazon, another one. Oh my gosh, I'm not tripping over the vinyl and wanting it. I'm not tripping over a signed copy and meeting him in Hollywood right now. I'm exactly where I want to be. I'm exactly where I need to be. I love my journey and how far I went. And I gave as much as I could. And I think I did a good job. I'm proud of myself, to be really honest with you guys. I'm really proud of myself. hmm I could have been out there addicted to drugs, all this other stuff that they say foster kids, they'll end up at. You can beat that statistic, baby. I did. With no help from, I got help from people, but I'm saying I'm still alone sometimes, most of the time. The journey was hard when you're alone, but I didn't need a crutch. I leaned on the earth, the Garys, the Biggly Wigglies, the Georges, the Tillies, the little ants. I haven't posted it yet, but you'll see. I've had an amazing, amazing journey to Zanisha, A to Z. It's been wonderful. Some people say, oh, I wouldn't change a thing. I would not change a fucking thing. I wouldn't. This has been a magnificent journey. Magnificent. I couldn't have wrote it better myself. Even at the end, right there, I was laying on the ground. I was like, God, I know I'm dying. I know I am. I was like, if I go, just like take care of Alex and Angel. But he gave me more life. He died for me and then came back so we can begin again. Put love first, guys. Everybody wants to be logical and think straight, but then your heart doesn't have an outlet. You may not get everything you want in this lifetime. You may not get everything, but if you wrote it down and you manifested it and you got just a little bit of joy out of this journey, anytime your heart jumps and flutters in excitement, I've programmed you. I've programmed you to get something that you love. But the more that you sink down into your despairs, I was like, no, you need to get out of that and get into the joys of the stuff that's around you. And when you get into the joys of the stuff around you, everything that you want will come. Full circle. Full fucking circle, guys. And since I've come full circle and realized I have everything I need, everything else is a piece of cake. Don't let the bullies win. Because when we are together and strong, guess what? We can topple any establishment with our hearts because we put love into our work. We put joy and honor and faith into our work. And when we do that, guys, guess what happens? Every day, something breaks in their system and they want us to fix it. And we don't fix shit because our mama says it's time to rest. Enjoy what we have left on this earth, the time we got. We never know. There could be an alien invasion. You never know. There could be an earthquake so big that everything rocks and shakes. And if you are not under God's protection and love, then you're out in the cold, freezing like that coin cup, that coin card. I don't remember what it is. 60 coins? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 coins? I don't remember. With the little guy with the, you know what I'm saying? Anybody see that card before? He got the peg leg. Don't Let me see if I can just shift it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Don't let these motherfuckers who think that they're in power take away your voice. The minute somebody says, you can't say that, or don't send DMs, and don't do this, I will do what I want. I will say what I want. Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me? Exactly. Nobody gonna tell me what to do. Just like a man come to me and say, "Hey, you need to be quiet. You know, it's better to shut up. If you want these volcanoes to go off, darling, I will shut my mouth, and my anger will boil, and then kaput. Either one way, it's either orgasms or earthgasms, which is volcanoes. You choose. You know what I mean? Orgasms or earthgasms. But everything is all connected. Oops. Orgasms or earthgasms. You choose. Either way, I'll win. Either way, I'm working on empty. Is that the kind of way to face the burning heat? Just think about my baby. I'm so full of love, I can barely eat. There's nothing sweeter than my baby. I never wanted once from a cherry tree. 'Cause my baby's sweet as can be. She give me 2 days just from kissing me. When my time comes around, lay me gently in the cold dark. No grave, oh nobody, crawl on to it. Always when my baby found me. I was 3 days on a drunken sin. I woke with the walls around me. Nothing in the room but an empty crib. And I was burning up a fever. Didn't care much how long I lived. I swear I thought I dreamed her. She never asked me once about the wrong I did. When my time comes around, lay me gently. Jeez, I'm getting a huge download. قلت يا من هنا بخوي يا تتعني تخيل لا لا no. I have to mention this. The lighting crew who did the lighting for all of the shows for Hozier. Y'all bad. Y'all is bad. And I mean bad in a good way. In a black way, you know. Bad. I was looking at how the colors were changing and like all the fractals. And it looked like this uh, stained glass window from afar. Because it's almost like the light, he's on fire, like his eyes are on fire, right? And then I turned down my light so I can actually see his face because I couldn't see his face before. But it seems like he's like either maneuvered his energy or maneuvered his something and changed this lighting. And now I can see the art behind him. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like a reflection of a reflection of a reflection shadow. I don't know what you mean. When my time comes around, lay me gently in the cold dark. Yeah, so anyway, rises the moon. That was the song I was just playing. The Empress. What? What? Okay, defensive strategy and the devil. The devil, the Empress, learning how to deal with her emotional body. King of Cups at the bottom. The outcome card. The Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. But I do pray that all of my children and all of my friends and my family that really rock with me and that really love me and ride with me, that they know that I love them back. And that no matter what's going on this earth, quakes, flooding, all that kind of shit, any of that you are safe and you're protected. I ain't forgetting none of my kids, none of them, not one of them. All the lists that I have accumulated over all lifetimes, the lineage of your tree, the lineage of you being a frog, the lineage of you being, I kept it all in record. I called it the Z Files, since the X Files was taken by the Covenant. By David the Covenant. Ain't that fun to say? David the Covenant. Rises the moon. Let's see how the moon. Oh shoot! The sun's looking a little. Ah, Jesus! He's on fire. Amy, don't worry. I provided enough water for him to be put off of fire. Was it enough? Yes, it was. Thank you. Thank you. I got the King of Cups at the bottom staring. An emotional fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment. I ain't never had no emotional fulfillment in a long time. Let me tell you another story. Yeah. Once, long time ago, before man lost their memory, men and women, we were in our vessels. These brand new, we just opened these vessels, and we were so excited to use them and go out into the world. And we noticed that the lizards learned quicker and they talked faster. So we're walking around, and, we're brand new, figuring it's like when you just start a new video game and you got to explore the map. We're exploring this map, and we found out the lizards knew how to talk. So we were a little bit nervous because we were like, okay, well, let's Just like we were surprised. So, and they weren't speaking in telepathy, they were talking with a vocal cord. So, once we figured out that the planet was the ability to be habitable, we started to arrange God's country. We didn't like the settlers that were there already. The ants. Well, the ants grew to think that they were bigger than they were. They do. And they said, the ants said, there is no God, there is no God. We are the only gods on this earth. And so one day, God's walking accidentally stepped on an ant. And the ant said, hey, I didn't know we can die. Your highest self is a bird and your lowest self is an ant. If your higher self is bad, your higher self is a fly because you are dead. And it's a full circle, guys. If you are in the dream realm and you do something bad, you come to me as a fly during the day and I smack you down. And then you return back to a lizard, a snake, or an ant. You really piss me off, you're a piece of grass. Not even grass, a piece of sand. Anyway, so after we're done exploring this world, we're just like putting the territories together. And we start to figure out what this vessel with these vessels can do. She up? Oh, she asleep. So once we started to figure out what these vessels can do, we wanted to program in how we can make them more, like sci-fi, video games and stuff. How we can make them fly, what mitochondria DNA does, all of this genetic components inside of the human form can be manipulated through genetic manipulation through sun and moon once they're on the same page. But the minute y'all start seeing 3 suns, that's God, 2 eyes, and the middle one is his 3rd eye, looking right back. And the minute that you see 3 moons, God doing the same thing on the other end. They are just reflections of each other's, God. Doesn't matter what the color of the skin looks like. Doesn't matter what. None of that stuff. The only thing that really matters is if you look across the horizon and you see your own reflection. That's how you know you are in love with God Himself. Not your own ego, which blocks out God's eyes. He can't see like that. He sees musical notes. That's it. He sees in color and beyond the 3D. Ooh, I'm gonna make some snickerdoodle cookies.